Okay, part 3. And we start part 3 rather disappointingly with a Maryse and Miz segment. I love Maryse and Miz segments, I think they're great. I think they've got great chemistry, presumably because they're actually going out. But unfortunately, this was the Miz just going, well, you've kept me waiting too long, I'm not going to be here when you come calling, and basically just dumping Maryse, which I don't want. I mean, I like these segments. I want them to keep going. I hope they are going to keep going. I didn't like that at all. But anyway, then we had Maryse defend her championship, which I believe is the Divas championship, against Mickie James. This match was appalling. I mean, this match was seriously, seriously bad. People criticize the Divas a lot, and occasionally they criticize them too much, because there are some divas who can wrestle, Mickie James being one of the divas who can wrestle, but this match deserved all the criticism you could throw at it. This was fucking terrible. There was just a lot of stalling at the start, Maryse just flicking her hair. This match lasted about 8 minutes, and it was about 7 minutes too long. If you think about it, this match lasted longer than John Cena versus The Miz from The Bash or whenever that was. I didn't enjoy this at all. I don't think there was anything to enjoy. Maryse did 2 camel clutches, or colossal clutches if you like. And then there was a point where Maryse went outside to get hairspray and nothing came of it. What was the point? So yeah, Mickie tries to get ahead of steam, but Maryse sells everything so poorly, and I don't think Mickie delivered anything particularly well either. So the end of the match comes when Maryse goes for her DDT, and Mickie James reverses it into her DDT. End of the match. Boring ending to a boring match. Mickie James is the new champion. The crowd were totally dead, by the way. Everything after Triple H, Randy Orton, John Cena, the crowd were dead. They didn't give a shit. And this match didn't help, because this match bored the hell out of me. I don't think I've seen worse wrestling matches, but I don't think I've been that bored for a while. It was fucking terrible. Then we had Josh Matthews interview Rhodes and DiBiase, where Rhodes just says, tonight we started cementing our legacy, suggesting they're going to split up from Randy Orton. I don't know why Rhodes is saying it, because we all know Rhodes has no career after Legacy, but never mind. Then we had Dolph Ziggler versus Rey Mysterio. This was very disappointing. This was not a good match at all. They tried to make Ziggler look strong by having him dominate Mysterio for much of this match, which of course meant, in my eyes, basically guaranteed the fact Mysterio was going to win the match. But Ziggler didn't even look good because of this match. He looked rubbish. His offense in this match was terrible. He was just grounding Mysterio in the most boring way imaginable. Todd Grisham and JR were talking about his amateur wrestling background, and I was like, why isn't he using any of his amateur wrestling background? Why isn't he doing all that stuff Jack Swagger does, all those rolls and takedowns and all that stuff? Why is he doing this boring side headlock? He locked in a full Nelson 3 times. I mean, it was like Chris Masters had actually fucking showed up. This was terrible. I mean, I didn't enjoy this at all. And Mysterio didn't look good either in this match. He really didn't. The first move he did was a head scissors, and he botched it horribly. He looked like he might be injured or something. He just looked a bit uncomfortable in everything he was doing. High points in this match were Dolph Ziggler finally doing some offense, because I've often criticised Ziggler for not having enough moves, but he did some good moves in this one. I hope he actually starts using them on SmackDown, etc. He did Gut Buster from the second rope. That was really good. He also did, was diving down, and Ziggler hit him with this beautiful drop kick to the abdomen. It looked like it really hurt. It looked fantastic. That was the real high point in the match. Mysterio just did some of his stuff, seated senton, off the ring apron, and high crossbody, all that sort of stuff. It was all watchable, but it really wasn't great. It just got bogged down when Ziggler was dominating the match. So we all know Mysterio's going to win, because Ziggler dominated for so long, and for me, Mysterio should win this match, but the ending just came totally out of nowhere. Ziggler was dominating. Head scissors, 619, splash, Mysterio wins. That was it. Not a good match at all. I presume they're going to continue this feud, but that was worrying. That was a worrying first match. Final match of the evening is Jeff Hardy versus CM Punk. Crowd's dead, as I said. They should have put Triple H, Randy Orton, John Cena as the main event. Because although I much prefer to see Jeff Hardy versus CM Punk, I think most of the crowd wanted to see Triple H, Randy Orton, John Cena. It certainly seemed that way, as they didn't cheer anything that happened afterwards. CM Punk didn't really get booed properly when he came out, but then again, Jeff Hardy didn't really get popped all that much when he came out. So it was kind of just a case of the crowd not caring. In fact, I think it was a real mistake of WWE giving Jeff Hardy the title in front of fans who just didn't care that Jeff Hardy had the title. Especially as there are so many fans who love Jeff Hardy everywhere. This match, once again, I think this match was decent. This match started off kind of weak for me. Punk did some nice stuff. He did some nice chain wrestling with the arms and stuff like that, but it really came to nothing, and then it was quite boring, Punk's domination at the start. Towards the end, he was doing different kinds of submission hold, and they were all very cool. He did the bow and arrow and other stuff like that. That was nice, but at the start it wasn't very good. Jeff Hardy looked pretty laborious. The crowd didn't even pop the first time Jeff Hardy went for a swanton. That's how little they cared about this match. And then Punk went to the outside, and Jeff Hardy does that spot he does quite regularly now when they go to the outside, he tries to leap after them and hits himself off the barricade. That's always quite nice to watch. And Punk also did a suicide dive where he landed straight onto the outside. That was good as well. But really, this match had nothing. You know, it was okay. It was pretty good. It was watchable, but it wasn't great by any stretch of the imagination. Eventually, Punk's been kicking the shit out of Jeff Hardy for some time, like really beating him up. And I was thinking, well, Jeff Hardy's contract's going to expire. They're not going to give him the title, and it makes no sense for him to be the champion because he doesn't need the title, and Punk really does right now. So Punk's going to win, but I'm really worried by the fact Punk's dominating this match, because usually that means you're going to lose. Punk hits the GTS, and Hardy kicks out. Really, really annoys me. It's the second time now Jeff Hardy has, undersold CM Punk's finisher, made CM Punk's finisher look shit, basically. Whereas no one kicks out the Swanton Bomb these days. No one. Even though that's a terrible finisher, and the GTS clearly is a really, really good finisher. Anyway, Jeff Hardy hits the Twist of Fate, hits the Swanton. This is after Punk has attempted to leave with the title on his shoulder. But Jeff Hardy brings him back in the ring, hits the Twist of Fate, hits the Swanton, and I was kind of thinking, well, CM Punk's going to kick out. He's going to kick out. It's going to be good. But no, 1, 2, 3. Jeff Hardy's your new champion. It's supposed to be a feel-good moment. The crowd didn't care. I certainly didn't feel good. No, this didn't work for me at all. And apart from just my own personal feelings, I feel as a booking decision, it is incorrect. But yeah. Okay, that's my review of WWE Night of Champions. Overall, it was probably okay. I hated it. Please tell me your views on Night of Champions. Please comment on this video, please rate this video, and subscribe if you wish. Okay, bye.